You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about the Olympics. Guess what? Olympics started off in the last couple of days, but the official ceremonies and everything are tonight, tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure, but I know for sure tomorrow they're actually doing stuff. They were doing stuff this week. I saw rugby on. I think I saw soccer on. And I watched a little bit of it, but, we're talking all together. I might have watched an hour of both. But I do like the Olympics normally. I don't know what I'm going to tune into. But we've got a story here from Arike Ogunbowale, who, of course, is the Dallas Wings player that was on Team WNBA the other night and absolutely went berserk against Team USA. And now we know one of the reasons why, and it sort of confirms what we suspected involving Caitlin Clark and her Team USA snub. It's no secret Cheryl Reeve and a lot of those players cannot stand Caitlin Clark. Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Asia Wilson, and Cheryl Reeve, publicly had negative things to say about Clark. As much as they want to try to clean it up now, too late. Your jealousy and your pettiness has been on full display and chronicled. Okay? We got Arike who went nuts. She dropped 34 in the second half of that game between Team USA and Team WNBA. And she took herself out of the running for Team USA. Just in case you want to know, look, her and Caitlin Clark were snubbed. Look at this line, 22.3, 4.8, 5.2. She ought to be on this team. But she makes it clear she thinks she probably wouldn't be on this team and that politics absolutely plays a major role. Now, I'm not certain we're talking about literal party line kind of politics. Probably more like the jealousy and pettiness and some hatred, let's keep it real, especially with Clark, is what we totally believed happened when it came to this snub. By the way, in case you're wondering, okay, right here, you see this on June 9th. Caitlin Clark, it was announced that she was off the team. Caitlin told Christy Sides they woke a monster, and we can see they did just that. She added over 3 assists to her each game, a full rebound to each game, and 9% onto her field goal percentage. They, in fact, woke a monster. And I think most of us would agree Arike and Caitlin Clark ought to be on this team. So let's take a look at this right here. The Dallas Wings standout player, Arike Ogunbowale, opened up about her decision to withdraw from consideration for Team USA ahead of Paris Olympics. Despite her impressive performances and accolades, Abuali cited the sense of not being truly wanted on the team and the presence of politics in the selection process. In an interview on SportsCenter, Abuali said, "I was involved in it, the whole years leading up to it. I went to camps and stuff just as a player. I know myself. I know what I see. I just wasn't feeling like they really wanted me on that team." God, it's not just Caitlin Clark. This whole league is full of a bunch of jealousy, petty women. What's the deal? So I just remove myself because it's a process to keep your name in the pool and having to go to these things. If I already knew and felt that I wasn't going to be able to make it, I just removed myself. So she's saying that through the process, she felt like they had already made a decision based on politics behind the scenes. I don't blame her. F them, seriously. Look, this is the same MO that the U.S. women's national soccer team has run for years. And that's a team also full of activists just like this league. All right? Seriously. The 4-time All-Star scored 21 points in the third quarter alone. That was in the All-Star game the other day. Her performance raised questions about her absence from the Olympic roster, echoing sentiments from the 2021 All-Star Game when she also led her team to victory over Team USA. That's all you need to know. Her brother tweeted during the game referring to the, quote, all-time Team Olympic snub. Reflecting on this, Arike said, "I'm 100% sure I didn't tell him to say it. But, I mean, it's your brother, so you know he's going to go out there and defend you." Absolutely. When discussing the role of politics in sports, Abuali said that her comments were not limited to USA basketball. Quote, "When I said politics, I was just referring to sports in general, not even just women's basketball. I see it across all professional sports. There are some players that aren't on teams. There's some players that aren't that good that are on teams. I'm not just talking about USA basketball. I'm involved in my basketball my whole life and been part of that political aspects, whether it was in college or the WNBA." So she's saying this shit's happening in the WNBA too right now. Seriously, wow. God, this league, man, it's nuts. It really is. Despite her absence from Team USA, she remains confident in her abilities and grateful for the opportunity. She should. I mean, I will say this. The lady can ball. She really can. The times I've watched her play, she's a wrecking machine out there. Quote, "At the end of the day, they choose who they want to choose. That has nothing to do with me. I'm very confident and comfortable in my skill. Whether I'm on a team or not, I'm blessed to play the game. God has blessed me with abilities, and I'm just going to keep doing what I do." Well, that's your first mistake. Once you praised God in the Activist Basketball League, they probably decided they didn't want you in there. I mean, I'm just being real, all right? We know the politics of the WNBA by and large, and I would say there's not a lot of believers in this league. I'm just keeping it real. So, you know, and I don't know that it, but you get my point. Absolutely. So, wow. So we not only got Caitlin Clark, who was an obvious snub for what you want to call pettiness and jealousy, as noted by all these players I named and the coach. And I don't care what the selection committee says. You know, I don't care what they say. Absolutely, there were players and that coach, you will never convince me, that did not weigh in with their 2 cents. You heard what Diana Taurasi said. Well, we were worried about her getting time and then her fans being bent out of shape. And that's part of the problem. I mean, these players hate her fans, which is amazing because the new fans are what just nailed them a 4 times higher media rights deal. Why? Because they tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark. That's why. Wow. I mean, the pettiness and the jealousy has clouded their vision. They can't see the forest for the trees. You're about to actually start making a little money, and you may already be making a little money, but you would have been just fine living off the NBA. Wow. Okay. By the way, again, Adam Silver did not like the decision leaving Clark off this roster. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.